I'm going to go through another way on how to solve ratio tables, and it's setting up a proportion and solving the proportion. Okay, so how do we set up the proportion? We take this right here and we set up 10.5 over 5 equals, we'll go over, use this, and we don't know this blank space, so we're just going to put an x there, x over 10. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do something called cross multiply and divide. We're going to cross multiply 10.5 times 10. 10.5 times 10 is 105. And we're going to take 5 times x, 5x, and then we're going to solve for x. So in order to solve for x, you got to do divide by 5 on both sides. I'm going to do that on the side. And I get 21. So my answer for this blank would be 21. Okay? This is called solving a proportion, setting up and solving a proportion. Okay? So I'm going to try that again with our last blank. And I'm going to use 10.5. Excuse me, let's just try 21 and 10 again. So we're going to put 21 over 10, because they're right over top of each other, equals blank, so I'm going to put an x there, x over 15. Okay, so we set up our proportion. Now we're going to cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to cross multiply 21 and 15. Well, I don't know that, so I'm going to have to do that on the side. 5, 10, 0, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3. So this is 315 equals 10. Excuse me. 315. I got to cross multiply 10 times x, which is 10x. And then I divide, because a number next to a variable means multiplication. So we do the opposite and we divide by 10. These cancel, you're left with x. 315 divided by 10 ends up being x equals 31.5. Okay, if you'd work that out, you'd get that. Or if you know that the decimal just has to move 1 to the left when you divide by a 10, then you can type that in. So I'm going to erase this and put in 31.5. This is solving the ratio table using a proportion, setting up a proportion, and cross multiplying and dividing. Let's see if we get it right. And we did. Okay, so I'm going to erase this word. Maybe. I'm going to go to iExcel and I'm going to do the same thing just to prove that it works. Okay, so we're going to take this for example. Right here we got to figure out that blank. Well, since that's a blank, I'm going to put in an x for that. So I'm going to take 3 over 6 and 4 over x. So 3 over 6 equals 4 over x. Okay. Cross multiply, 6 times 4 is 24, equals 3 times x is 3x. Divide by 3 on both sides, these cancel. X equals 8. So this would be 8. Let's try the next one. We'll just use these to set up our proportion. over, we don't know that number, so we're going to put an X there, equals 12 over 16. So 9 over X equals 12 over 16. Okay, so I multiply these. I don't know what 16 times 9 is, so I'm going to do it on the side. 144 equals, multiply 12 times X, that's 12X, and then you divide by 12. X equals 144 divided by 12. I know in my head that that's 12, so I can go here in that blank space and put 12. And now I have my answer. So we set up a proportion and solve the proportion. This method will be really nice when you are doing high numbers and that you can't see the pattern, or you're not sure 16 divided by, well, I'm not sure, so I can't do it that way. Or 3 times what gives me that? I'm not sure. You can set up the proportion and this will work every time. So there's 3 ways that we've talked about solving the ratio tables. One is you look for the pattern. The second one is you go up and down, divide if you're going up, multiply if you're going down, and the third way is setting up a proportion. Let's see if we get this one right. And we do. That's how you do the ratio tables. Okay? Again, there's 3 different ways to do it. I don't care which one you do, but this solving proportions method will serve you well in the future.